What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Homeboy Brand channel, and in today's video we are going over what's up, guys. Welcome back to the Homeboy Brand channel, and in today's video we are ranking every NFL team ahead of the 2026 season, from number one pick contention all the way up to our Super Bowl favorites. But before we get into this video, drop a like on the channel, subscribe, and let's see what we're working with here. I'm just going to go in order kind of right here what we've got. First off, the Saints, I'm going to put in mediocre at best. They do have a couple of good players. Tyler Shuck, that receiver they just drafted, I forget his name. But I think they would be mediocre at best. Dolphins, number one pick contention, simply. Not a very good team at all. I mean, maybe if Malik Willis turns into like prime Lamar Jackson. It's the only way I can really see it. Next up, speaking of Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to put them in a potential wild card. They do have new coaches. They've got a couple of retooled position groups. And maybe if they had Max Crosby, maybe if that trade actually went through, they'd be up a little bit higher. But for now, I'm going to put them in potential wild card. Same here with the Bengals. We all know that the Bengals offense is going to be elite. But we just don't know how that defense is going to hold up. They have been investing into it a little bit. Joe Burrow's got to stay healthy. The defense has got to improve a lot if they're ever going to get back to the Super Bowl or even back to that form. Next up, the Denver Broncos. I'm going to put them in Super Bowl contender just because of what they were able to do in the playoffs last year. And I don't think they've gotten any really worse or any better. I mean, they did get Jalen Waddle, so that's a plus. Super Bowl contender, that's maybe a little bit of a stretch for some people, but that is where I do think the Denver Broncos belong. Next up, the Giants. I'm going to have them missing the playoff. Very young team, very exciting team. John Harbaugh, obviously, is their new head coach. So maybe if he's going to be able to turn Jackson Dart into, like, the best quarterback in the league, I could see them going to the playoffs. But for now, I think they're still a year or two away from making a playoff run. Just getting better every year, though, to be honest. Giants do have a very bright future ahead of them, in my opinion. Next up, the Vikings, mediocre at best. I'm a Michigan fan, so I want to be partial to J.J. McCarthy, but I got to be honest. He's not the best quarterback in the league. And if that is your solution at quarterback, I don't think unless you have an elite or even good quarterback, you're never going to be able to make a run in the playoffs. So they got to figure out what they're doing. They do have Kyler Murray. Maybe he'll go back to 2021 Kyler. But for now, they're going at mediocre at best. Next up, the Rams. I think they're a Super Bowl favorite. They only got better. They did lose. Actually, no. They traded for Trent McDuffie. They traded for Myles freaking Garrett. You're going to get better than a team that was already really, really good. So that is where the Rams are going to be. Obviously, Super Bowl favorites. Matt Stafford, the GOAT. I'm a Lions fan, so I miss him on my team. But I do love Jared Goff. Anyway, the Rams are Super Bowl favorites. Next up is the Bucs. I think they're easily a playoff team. They just have to actually perform up to what they are going to do. They could either go from missing playoffs to Super Bowl contenders. It just all depends. I'm actually going to put them in a potential wild card. Baker was playing like the MVP for the first 6 weeks of the season, and then you never heard anything else from him. So we're going to have to see how that all goes with Baker and all of those guys. But hold on. But that is what we are at. Next up, my Detroit Lions. I still think we're Super Bowl contenders. There's two scenarios that will play out. If our defense is healthy, if our offense actually improves and gets better from what they were, they'll be Super Bowl contenders. If all that goes wrong, we're either potential wild card or miss the playoff. I still would say could be potentially in the wild card, but I am going to put us in Super Bowl contenders. The offense is literally just too good, and I do think the improvements made upon the O-line will make a meaningful impact on the offense. Next up, the Bears, I think, are a lock for playoffs. As long as Caleb Williams doesn't get like Madden cursed or anything like that, I could easily see the Bears being a Super Bowl contending team. If they get better from last year, they were already really good last year. Some people did think they could make a run to the playoffs or make a playoff run and get to the Super Bowl, but they made the playoffs last year. Very improved team from the year prior. Ben Johnson, I wish he never would have left us, but you're doing good things in Chicago. Next up, the 49ers. I'm going to put them as a playoff team as well. The 49ers, I think we all just know what the 49ers are. They're a stacked team with superstars, and then once you get to the depth, it's a little so-so. They got a lot of questions to answer with who they're going to re-sign and who they're going to let walk. But that's not what we're ranking here. We're just ranking them on their raw potential. And I do think they are a playoff team, along with the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, I feel like everybody now knows what Jalen Hurts is. A lot of people overrated him. If you win a Super Bowl, hats off to you. But he is just like Brock Purdy, in my opinion. He can manage the game. He can use his legs, but he is nowhere near the passer of Brock Purdy. So for that reason, I'm going to rank them in tiers right now, and I do think this is about right to me, right how we got it. So Raiders, number one pick contention. Ashton Jeanty, I mean, they got maybe I'll put them in young. I'll put them in young and intriguing, just for my Raiders fans in the audience. But they don't have the core to make the playoffs. They don't even have the core to be close. Fernando Mendoza, if he is rookie year Jaden Daniels, maybe. But I just don't think they've made enough of an impact in free agency to put them up. I think max 8 and 9. But this is going to be like 6 and 11 season for them. Packers, ooh, I think they'll make the wild card at least. So I will put them in the playoff teams. And I'll put them at the end right there. Jordan Love, they did lose their number one receiver, Romeo Doubs. They don't really even have a number one receiver. So they lost one of their wide receiver threes that play wide receiver one to the Patriots. And I do think that will come back to hurt them. They still don't have a number one guy at receiver. And Jordan Love, I don't know if I'm just biased, but I don't think he's the greatest. But anyway, the Commanders, I do see missing the playoffs again. Jaden Daniels, if he could stay healthy, they could make the wild card easy. I just don't know if that's going to happen. For that reason, I'm putting them in missing playoffs. Next up, this might be one of the worst teams of all time, the Arizona Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett doesn't even want to play until he gets his new contract with them, and they are just ass. Other than Trey McBride, they did get Jeremiah Love and Marvin Harrison, but other than that, straight ass. Steelers, I got missing the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers, time to hang it up after this year, and he said he will be retiring after this year. But the Steelers, 8-9, 9-8, so maybe I'll put them in potential wild card. But they're going to be the lowest level potential wild card. Next up, the Bills. I'm going to put them in Super Bowl contenders just because it's I can't say they're the favorite until they show me that they can do it. For too many years have I been hurt by the Bills hype, and I just can't take it. I can't do it. They've made some improvements. Their team is better, but their team usually gets better every year. And they'll still end up losing in the playoffs to somebody. I honestly still can't believe they lost to the Broncos last year. But anyway, there's that. Falcons missing the playoffs. Really one of the most boring teams I could think of right now. Michael Penix looks like he's not going to be the guy. I could have told you that. But Bijan, goated. Drake London, pretty good. Other than that, nothing to write home about. Seahawks, maybe they'll run it back. I am going to put them lower than the Rams, though, because the Rams got so much better in the offseason. But Seahawks, you just won the Super Bowl, so I'm going to say you're a favorite for going back-to-back. Sam Darnold does have to keep playing better. If he goes back to pre-Viking Sam Darnold, you're done for. So, I mean, the defense is still so good. But I could see them anywhere from 10-6 to 15-2. Or 10-7 to 15-2. But there's that. Patriots are a playoff team to me. I'll put them between the Eagles and the Packers. The Pats, Drake May, he's got to continue that improvement. It's got to be an arc up. It can't be stagnant, or else they're just not going to be as good. Their schedule is a big reason that they were in the position that they were in last year, but will they be able to repeat it? I don't know. But I do see them as a playoff team. They are good. Don't get me wrong. Next up, the Browns, number 1 pick contention. They're probably the best team out of this. I mean, they traded Myles Garrett away. They did get a really good return. They go at one of the best young edge rushers in the league, in Jared Verse. The question is just going to be quarterback. And if you don't have a quarterback, if you got like Shedeur Sanders or Deshaun Watson as your options, it shows where I ranked them. Next up, the Texans, potential wild card. I would put them maybe at the front of this. C.J. Stroud just has to go back to like what he was looking like he would be, which is a franchise quarterback. Last year was not a good year for them at all. And, you know, they add some pieces, lose some pieces. But I think potential wild card is very fair for them. Next up, the Kansas City Chiefs. I got them missing the playoffs again. I think the roster around Mahomes is only getting worse. They got Mansour Delane, I think his name is, or something like that. Out of LSU, the cornerback in the draft. He's a stud. But I do see them missing the playoffs. I just don't think Mahomes and Kelsey can carry them the way that they used to. And their team is just not deep at all. They got to get a lot better if they're going to ever get back to winning Super Bowls again. Next up, the Cowboys. I would put them in potential wild card. Just because how elite that offense is. And the defense can only go up from last year. It literally can't get any worse than last year. So you got something to look forward to in that at least. I do think that they could make the playoffs. The offense has got to stay elite. George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, Dak, they all just got to cook this year. Next up, the Chargers. I do got making the playoffs. Will they be able to do any success in the playoffs? I don't know. That's up to question, because what we've seen from them recently in the playoffs is just choke after choke after choke. They just get shit on in the playoffs. So I don't know if they even are winning a playoff game, but I think they'll be handedly in the playoffs. Next up, the Jets, number 1 pick contention. Not really much to say about the Jets, dude. They just suck ass. Next up, the Panthers. I got them missing the playoffs. I would put them at the very front if Bryce Young plays good, and if he plays bad, maybe they even go here. So I'm going to put them like right there. This right here is a big reason that the Bucs are right here. So I could see literally any of these 4 teams in the NFC South being up here. I just do think it's more likely that it's the Bucs over any of these squads. Next up, the Titans, mediocre at best. Cam Ward's a dog. Carnell Tate's a dog. But just the rest of the team around them, not good. Colts, I got them missing the playoffs. I'll put them right here. Daniel Jones, can he repeat the success of last season that before he got towards Achilles, which is a major injury? If he can come back from that and be at the level or even improve from the level that he was at beforehand, I do think they can make the playoffs. And our 32nd and final team, the Jags. I don't think I can quite put them in Super Bowl contenders, but I will put them at the number 1 playoff team. They made a major step forward. Travis Hunter, BTJ. I think Travis Etienne left. Trevor Lawrence. Their defense is actually all right. So I do think they'll make the playoffs, especially in the NFC or AFC South, weak division overall besides the Texans. But other than that, that is the list, guys. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like. Give me a comment on the list. If you guys think my list is ass, tell me. Where do you think these teams should rank? Tell me in the comments. If you guys feel like I should make any changes, tell me in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.